Respected Sir, we are delighted to have your gracious presence on this auspicious day. Sir, this distinguished gathering of Dehradun, and especially the Forest Fraternity, warmly welcomes you on this occasion. Sir, now I request your permission to start the program. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. To proceed with, I request the august gathering to raise for the national anthem. मैं सम्मानित सभा से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि राष्ट्रगान के लिए खड़े हो जाएं। Now I request Director IJNFA, Dr. Jagmohan Sharma sir, to welcome our chief guest with a bouquet. Thank you, sir. Now I request Director in charge DFE and Principal CASFOS to welcome Director IJNFA with a bouquet. Thank you, ma'am. I now request our Honorable Chief Guest to kindly light the auspicious lamp to mark the beginning of today's convocation ceremony. I request Director IJNFA, Director in charge, Directorate of Forest Education and Principal CASFOS, and COE to kindly accompany the Chief Guest. May I now request Srimati Meenakshi Joshi, IFS Director in charge, Directorate of Forest Education and Principal CASFOS Dehradun, to deliver the welcome address and present the detailed course report.
Thank you, Beulah. Chief guest of today's convocation ceremony, respected Shri Siddhant Das, sir, IFS retired, Chairman Central Import Committee of the Honorable Supreme Court of India, Chairperson of Odisha Real Estate Regulatory Authority, former expert member of the NGT, former Director General of Forest and Special Secretary Government of India, Dr. Jagmohan Sharma, Director Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, Shrimati Kanchan Devi, Director General ICFRE Dehradun, Dr. Renu Singh, Director FRI, all respected heads of institutions, my seniors and colleagues of the Indian Forest Service from various organizations, heads of divisions and senior scientists from ICFRE, FRI, retired esteemed senior forest officers, IFS professionals from the 55th RR, SFS officer trainees of the 2022-24 and 2023-25 batches, parents and family members, staff members from DFE and CASFOS Dehradun, friends from the print and electronic media, all guests who have joined this program virtually, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. I warmly welcome everyone to the convocation ceremony of the 22-24 SFS induction course batch of officer trainees from CASFOS Dehradun. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us in celebrating the achievement of the young officers as they pass out from the academy and embark on their journey in service to forest and wildlife. I express my gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Sri Siddhanta Das sir, for graciously accepting our invitation and traveling all the way from Odisha to join us for this convocation today. Sir, we eagerly look forward to your blessings and valuable guidance. Central Academy for State Forest Service, previously known as the SFS College, nestled in the serene campus of FRI Dehradun, has been training State Forest Service officers since 1981. Over the years, we have trained 1,310 officers from 28 states, including 9 foreign officer trainees from Bhutan and Laos. Today, it is my proud privilege to present the course report of the 2022-24 SFS induction course to this esteemed gathering. This outgoing batch of State Forest Service comprises 69 officer trainees sponsored by 7 state governments, out of which 24 are from Maharashtra, 23 are from Odisha, 7 from Bihar, 6 from Tripura, 5 from Himachal Pradesh, 3 from Uttarakhand, and 1 officer trainee from the state of Uttar Pradesh. This diverse group includes 18 lady officers and 51 gentlemen officer trainees, each bringing a unique educational background to our academy. Thus, the academy is indeed a mini Bharat, representing the diversity of our country. The 2-year induction training at Central Academy is structured to award a diploma in forestry. Commencing on the 18th July 2022, the course followed a sandwich pattern with 20 months of theoretical and practical sessions at the academy, followed by 4 months of on-the-job field training in their respective states, and concluding with the advanced phase at CASFOS Dehradun. The training pedagogy integrates theoretical inputs, experiential learning through several field exercises, extensive tours, and assignments. The curriculum included over 1,232 hours of academic and hands-on sessions across 19 core forestry and allied subjects. It was spread over 104 weeks and 1,643 training sessions. The officer trainees went on study tours to various forests and protected areas of the country, totaling 155 days, thus acquiring a comprehensive understanding of our country's diverse ecosystems. Specialized modules on contemporary issues such as the forest fire suppression and mitigation strategies, wildlife crime control, human-wildlife interface, green infrastructure, media interaction have equipped our training with critical skills. Essential exercises like the watershed management, ecological census techniques, and gender sensitization sessions were also integral parts of their training. In keeping with the motto as well as requirement of the service and the department, that is a sound mind in a sound body, physical fitness is emphasized through daily PT games, yoga sessions, marathons, and cyclothons, thus fostering a holistic approach to their development. The participation of our officer trainees and staff in events like the intramural sports meet underscores their commitment to physical fitness and teamwork. It pleases me immensely to inform this august gathering that the officer trainees participated enthusiastically as part of the DFE contingent in the 26th All India Forest Sports Meet 2023 that was held in Panchkula, Haryana, and in fact gave tough fights to several strong teams in several events. Cultural and leadership development activities, including photography, competitions, poster making, Kavita Part, quizzes, cultural programs like the Srijan 2024, have nurtured their artistic talents and social skills. Events organized by Spic McKay have enriched their appreciation for Indian culture. The vibrant annual cultural festival Srijan and the Food Fest have over the years turned into much awaited and well-attended annual cultural events of the campus. At Central Academy, we emphasize the importance of empathy and social responsibility through regular activities like Shramdan, Swachhata Abhiyan, etc. Sir, most of the core forestry subjects were taught by faculty members of the academy, which includes IFS officers on deputation and scientists C. Since it is a technically rigorous program, technical inputs from expert organizations, namely the ICFRE, the Forest Research Institute, Dehradun, Wildlife Institute of India, Forest Survey of India, Indian Institute of Remote Sensing, Survey of India, WCCB, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and several other institutions of national importance were crucial. Domain experts, resource persons, both retired and serving officers, contributed immensely and shared their knowledge wholeheartedly with great enthusiasm. I extend my gratitude to the heads of all these organizations for their invaluable support and cooperation, without which this training would not have been possible. Located in Dehradun, Uttarakhand, the support of the officers and staff of the Uttarakhand Forest Department is crucial for successful conduction of all the training programs of the Academy. I would like to place on record that at every stage and as and when required, the Academy has received total support and cooperation from the officers and staff of the Uttarakhand Forest Department. My sincere thanks to the PCCF and HOF Uttarakhand and his team of officers and staff for their enormous contribution and cooperation in the successful completion of this course. Similarly, the touring and training exercises could not have been completed without the cooperation and support of the various state forest departments. I take this opportunity to place on record my heartfelt thanks to all the heads of forest departments across the country. The collaboration with Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, for specialized training sessions on arms and equitation is deeply appreciated. Director IGNFS, sir, who is the head of the training vertical, has constantly guided, supported, and motivated us, which has helped in enhancing the quality of training at our academy. For this, we remain indebted to you, sir. The entire team of DFE has provided constant guidance and support in successful conduction of the course. Thank you, team DFE. My sincere thanks to Srimati Leena Nandan, ma'am, Secretary MOEFCC, Shri Jiten Kumar, sir, Director General Forest and Special Secretary, Government of India, all senior officials and the entire team of the RT Division of Ministry for their guidance and support. My sincere gratitude to the proud parents who are present here and all the family members of our officer trainees. Your unwavering support has been crucial to their success. In conclusion, I congratulate each officer trainee on completing their training and entering a pivotal phase of their career. Your role in India's journey towards a Viksit Bharat, which is both developed and green, is vital. Remember, learning is continuous and lifelong, and your dedication to public service will define your success. I encourage all of you to uphold the values of sincerity, honesty, commitment, and hard work in your professional endeavors. Let forestry not just be a profession, but let it transform into your passion. Best wishes for a fulfilling and successful career ahead. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving an apt view of the training course and activities of the Academy to the guests and the gathering. The officer trainees of CASFOS were always engaged in various activities apart from their regular curriculum. One such activity is the preparation of booklets and publications. It's time to honor their work and get them released. I request the chief guest and the dais to release the publications. Minuscule in the Woods. It's the first booklet presented by the officer trainees of 36th SFS batch. The booklet is a conspectus of insects, fungi, herbs and grasses in the CASFOS campus. The booklet has pictorial representation with brief description of the same. The second in line for the release is Safarnama, which shows the journey of the Academy along with the officer trainees who traveled from the year 1981 to 2024. And the Academy is proud to say 1,310 officer trainees traveled so far with. It is my pleasure to inform the gathering that the memoirs of the officer trainees of 22-24 SFS batch has been prepared in a book called Darmiyan. This book is an enduring reminder of the bonds formed and the lessons learned during the 2 years at CASFOS. And the last one is the Learnings from the Field, which presents a compilation of abstracts showcasing the diverse experiences of CASFOS officer trainees gathered during their 4 months OJT training period. Thank you, ma'am and sirs. Nothing could explain better than a video about the very many events and activities of the 2 years training program at CASFOS. Get ready to watch the video of 36th SFS batch, which was kick-started on July 18th, 2022. I could feel the racing thoughts and the heartbeats. Ladies and gentlemen, hold your breath as now the most awaited and expected moment of today's function has arrived. I request Srimati Abarna KM, Controller of Examinations, Central Academy for State Forest Service, Dehradun, to announce the results.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected Shri Siddhant Das Sir, IFS retired, Chairman, Central Empowered Committee, and our chief guest for today's function, Dr. Jagmohan Sharma, IFS, Director, Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, Dehradun, distinguished guests, other esteemed dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my great privilege to present the results of SFS 22-24 batch and announce the medals and prizes. The batch passing out today has 69 officer trainees sponsored by various state governments, out of which 7 are from Bihar, 5 are from Himachal Pradesh, 24 are from Maharashtra, 23 are from Odisha, 6 are from Tripura, 3 are from Uttarakhand, and 1 from Uttar Pradesh. There are 18 lady officer trainees in the batch. I am happy to announce that all 69 officer trainees have successfully completed the 2-year course and shall be awarded diplomas today. While 39 officer trainees have secured honors diploma, the rest have secured the pass diploma. Officer trainees who secured more than 75% and above and passed all subjects in the first attempt are awarded honors diploma, while officer trainees who secured 50% and above but less than 75% and those who secured 75% and above but did not pass in all subjects in the first attempt are given the pass diploma. I request the Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Siddhant Das, IFS retired Chairman, Central Empowered Committee, to kindly grant the permission to announce the results on this occasion and also give away the diplomas to the officer trainees. I also request Director IGNFA, Director in charge DFE and Principal CASFOS Dehradun, Course Director 2224 IFS SFS induction course to join our Honorable Chief Guest in giving away the diplomas. Sirs, please, ma'am, please. I request everybody to be silent and not to use phones. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would present the results of SFS 22-24 induction course. I shall be announcing the names of the officer trainees in the order of their roll numbers. I request the officer trainees to come to the stage one by one to receive the diplomas. The first officer trainee to be awarded the diploma is Mr. Abhinash Bill from Tripura, awarded diploma with 66.62%. Mr. Aditya Sharma from Himachal Pradesh, awarded honors diploma with 77.90%. Ms. Aishwarya Bala Sahib Shinde from Maharashtra, awarded honors diploma with 79.99%. Mrs. Aishwarya Rautre from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 78.71%. Mr. Ajay Kumar from Bihar, awarded diploma with 63.86%. Mr. Ajit Sarjerao Pukhare from Maharashtra, awarded honors diploma with 79.02%. Mr. Ambesh Kishore from Bihar, awarded honors diploma with 77.39%. Dr. Amit Prakash Nayak from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 80.26%. Mr. Anurag Chakraborty from Tripura, awarded diploma with 74.93%. Ms. Aparna Shivratan Patil from Maharashtra, awarded honors diploma with 81.46%. Mr. Ashish Kumar Paikre from Odisha, awarded diploma with 64.90%. Mr. Ashish Ujjwal Rao Deshmukh from Maharashtra, awarded diploma with 74.41%. Mr. Awad Uday Maruti from Maharashtra, awarded honors diploma with 78.15%. Mr. Bankar Kunal Jayavant from Maharashtra, awarded diploma with 70.48%. Mr. Bibek Das from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 76.26%. Mr. Bimal Pradhan from Odisha, awarded diploma with 73.16%. Mr. Chandan Sarkar from Tripura, awarded diploma with 67.80%. Dr. Haramohan Rath from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 75.74%. Mr. Harilal Sakaram Sarode from Maharashtra, awarded honors diploma with 76.78%. Mr. Himan Nayak from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 76.71%. Mr. Jatin Kumar Singh from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 75.79%. Dr. Karan Kapoor from Himachal Pradesh, awarded honors diploma with 77.07%. Ms. Kashish Behra from Odisha awarded diploma with 71.52%. Mr. Kiran Purushottamarao Chauhan from Maharashtra awarded honors diploma with 78.24%. Mr. Manas Ranjan Behra from Odisha awarded diploma with 74.83%. Ms. Manasmita Maharana from Odisha awarded honors diploma with 76.32%. Mr. Mangesh Divakar Giradkar from Maharashtra awarded honors diploma with 76.45%. Mr. Mayur Jaisingh Shelke from Maharashtra awarded honors diploma with 80.62%. Mr. Mudit Arya from Uttarakhand awarded diploma with 72.64%. Mr. Mudit Singh from Uttar Pradesh awarded honors diploma with 76.85%. Mr. Nabarung Chandra De from Tripura awarded diploma with 72.92%. Mr. Navjot Singh from Himachal Pradesh awarded honors diploma with 79.73%. Mrs. Neha Sanjay Wanare from Maharashtra awarded honors diploma with 78.55%. Mr. Nitin from Himachal Pradesh awarded honors diploma with 77.33%. Mr. Nitish Srirang Nigade from Maharashtra awarded honors diploma with 78.42%. Mrs. Nupur Saini from Bihar awarded honors diploma with 77.63%. Mr. Omkar Das from Odisha awarded honors diploma with 80.18%. Mr. Parameshwar Prabhakar Khedkar from Maharashtra awarded honors diploma with 75.78%. Mrs. Pooja Bau Saheb Pansare from Maharashtra awarded honors diploma with 77.12%. Ms. Prachi Sudhir Urade from Maharashtra awarded honors diploma with 76.74%. Mr. Prakash Narasaya Avdutwar from Maharashtra awarded diploma with 75.96%. Mr. Prasannajit Naik from Odisha, awarded diploma with 69.02%. Mr. Prashant Sri Krishna Dore from Maharashtra, awarded diploma with 70.65%. Ms. Priyanka Mahuka from Odisha, awarded diploma with 74.63%. Mr. Rajkumar Shetty from Odisha, awarded diploma with 70.41%. Mr. Rajat Kapil from Uttarakhand, awarded honors diploma with 77.84%. Mr. Rajiv Kumar from Bihar, awarded diploma with 70.54%. Mrs. Reshma Lakra from Odisha, awarded diploma with 65.62%. Mr. Roshan Kailas Bua from Maharashtra, awarded honors diploma with 81.82%. Mr. S.K. Meherban Ali from Odisha, awarded diploma with 65.79%. Mr. Santosh Kumar Pati from Odisha, awarded diploma with 69.25%. Ms. Sasmita Biswal from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 77.45%. Dr. Satyajit Kar from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 83.55%. Mr. Satyam Kumar from Bihar, awarded diploma with 66.18%. Mrs. Sain Sri Das from Odisha, awarded honors diploma with 77.86%. Mrs. Simmi Priya Naina from Bihar, awarded diploma with 69.50%. Mrs. Subulakshmi Jyoti from Bihar, awarded diploma with 70.71%. Mr. Subham Das from Tripura, awarded diploma with 69.28%. Mr. Susanta Kumar Banda from Odisha, awarded diploma with 74.61%. Ms. Sushmita Das from Tripura awarded diploma with 74.10%. Mr. Tapas Kumar Behera from Odisha awarded Honours Diploma with 76.59%. Mr. Vaibhav Suresh Dige from Maharashtra awarded Honours Diploma with 76.20%. Ms. Varsha Nana Kolekar from Maharashtra awarded Honours Diploma with 77.49%. Mr. Varun Barwal from Himachal Pradesh awarded Honours Diploma with 75.95%. Ms. Vibhu from Uttarakhand awarded Honours Diploma with 81.54%. Mr. Vilas Kistaya Chennuri from Maharashtra awarded Diploma with 69.60%. Mr. Vipin Narayan Landge from Maharashtra awarded Diploma with 68.79%. Mr. Vipul Kadu Gaikwad from Maharashtra awarded Diploma with 74.09%. Mr. Vivek Uddhavarao Shinde from Maharashtra awarded Honours Diploma with 77.10%. Heartiest congratulations to all the officer trainees who have been awarded the diplomas today. Ladies and gentlemen, now let us move to the next section of the awards and prizes, which is most probably the most interesting and intriguing for all the officer trainees passing out today, and also to their friends and family members. Now, with the permission of the chief guest, I would announce the names of the officer trainees who have won the medals and prizes. Please. May I request our Honorable Chief Guest to kindly give away the prizes, and I also request all the dignitaries on the stage to join our Honorable Chief Guest in giving away the prizes. P.K. Sen Conservationist Award 2024 is awarded on the basis of securing highest mark in ecological census exercise and essay competition on contemporary topics related to wildlife, and the prize goes to Ms. Vibhu from Uttarakhand. She won the prize with the margin of 0.16 marks. Next, P. Srinivas Prize in Forest Protection and Tribal Welfare is awarded on the basis of securing highest marks in Adverse Influence on Forest, JFM, Rural and Tribal Development, and the winner is Mr. Omkar Das from Odisha. Next, CASFOS Association Prize for Proficiency in Forest Engineering and Surveying is awarded on the basis of securing highest marks in forest engineering, forest surveying, road alignment exercise and field engineering exercise. And the winner is Mr. Mayur Jaising Shelke from Maharashtra. Next, R.C. Kaushik Prize for Proficiency in Soil Conservation and Land Management is awarded on the basis of securing highest marks in Natural Resource Management, and the prize goes to Ms. Aparna Shivratan Patil from Maharashtra. I request officer trainees not to shout. Ladies and gentlemen, now comes the most interesting and most awaited event, the awarding of the medals of the MOFCC, Government of India. I request our Honorable Chief Guest to present the medals to the winners. Also, I request all the dignitaries on the stage to join the Chief Guest in presenting the medals. Silver Medal for Proficiency in Ecology. It is awarded on the basis of securing highest marks in Ecology and Environmental Science, Biodiversity Conservation and Management. The medal goes to Mr. Vivek Uddhav Rao Shinde from Maharashtra. Next, Silver Medal for Proficiency in Forest Management and Working Plan. It is awarded on the basis of securing highest marks in Forest Resource Management, Working Plan, Environmental Economics, Human Resource Development and Management, and the medal goes to Dr. Satyajit Kar from Odisha. Silver Medal for Best All-Round Officer Trainee and Most Practical Forester is awarded on the basis of securing highest marks in Silviculture 1 and 2, Forest Utilization 1 and 2, Forest Policy and Law, Forest Accounts and Procedure, Field Training, Conduct Marks and 2 marks. The medal goes to Dr. Satyajit Kar from Odisha. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change Gold Medal is awarded on the basis of securing highest gross total in the batch, and the winner is again Dr. Satyajit Kaur from from Odisha. I express my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Sri Siddhanta Das, IFS retired, Chairman CEC, who has graced the solemn occasion of this academy. Ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to heartily congratulate all the officers. I say officers here because they have today graduated from being called officer trainees or OTs to full-fledged officers who will be taking up independent responsibility in their respective states. So I congratulate them on receiving their diplomas, prizes and medals on this very special occasion of the convocation. Thank you very much.
Thank you and congratulations to you all. We are not what we know, but what we are willing to learn. Let us learn from our senior officers. It's time to learn. I now request Director IGNFA, Dr. Jagmohan Sharma, to share his thoughts and words with us.
The chief guest of the convocation, Shri Siddhanta Das, DFE and Principal CASFOS, Ms. Meenakshi Joshi, Course Director for the 36th SFS course, Dr. T. Beulah, Controller of Examination, Ms. K. M. Aberna, Heads of Institutions, ICFRE, FRI, FSI, and WII, superannuated officers of the IFS present amongst us today, senior IFS officers, faculty members of IGNFA and CASFOS, scientific officers from sister organizations, IFS probationers, SFS officer trainees of 36th and 37th courses, families of the trainees, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged to make this address from my position of responsibility as a trainer and with a sense of satisfaction on the graduation of the 36th batch of officer trainees of State Forest Service from 7 states of the country. Dear officer trainees, I am enormously satisfied that all 69 of you have successfully completed all courses of study, tours, exercises, and other mandatory requirements for completing the professional training. This is an important punctuation mark in your lives and hereon your professional journey as part of the State Forest Department begins. I congratulate you for attaining this feat and wish you well in your professional life ahead. Your hard work during the training is apparent in the publications released today. It is heartening that 39 of you have earned honors level. Those of you who have won prizes and awards have also demonstrated that walking the extra mile is worthwhile. It is encouraging to note that nearly 25% of officer trainees are lady officers. In this regard, let me mention that the increased induction of lady officers and staff into the forest force is perceived to have improved operational efficiency and effectiveness in the sector. Dear officer trainees, you are entering the public arena at a very opportune juncture as the country is poised politically, technologically, and environmentally for a transition to a fresh developmental status. The vision of the leadership for the Amrit Kal period is highly aspirational. Present-day India has emerged with a stable political system, adequate food production, and nuclear and space capabilities. During the past decades, governance in India has witnessed a transition from a focus on poverty alleviation to digital and physical infrastructure development. India is now the 5th largest economy. The private sector participation in the economy is robust, with a market capitalization to GDP ratio of 140%, and private investments at 20% of GDP. India is riding the wave of internet-based technologies that enable financial inclusion, seamless communication, access to health services, universal franchise, and rapid disaster response. Population growth, once considered a hindrance in development, has turned advantageous with a declining age dependency ratio of 48%. A self-assured India has entered Amrit Kal with the heft of a buoyant economy, large human resource, proven soft power, and growing global influence with the Vedantic spirit of one earth, one family, one future. However, the aggravating environmental crisis posed the single most formidable challenge during Amrit Kal. Our proximate natural environment, consisting of the tropospheric air, land surface, water areas, biodiversity, and its unique assemblages, is reeling under the impacts of environmentally incompatible, GDP-focused development process. Scientists have assessed that 6 of the 9 planetary boundaries have already been overshot. The understanding and pursuit of relentless and unlimited growth have impaired the sustainability of life support systems on the planet. Aggravating environmental crises, a changing climate, loss of biodiversity, and the warming of oceans are causing widespread disruptions of human and natural systems. Environmental and social risks have become mainstream risks for businesses over the past 2 decades. From heat wave exposure alone, a GDP loss of about 4.5% is projected in India by the end of this decade. Collectively, the global community continues to fail to promote the economy on a sound environmental footing, which is rendering the planet unlivable. Recognizing this, environmental restoration has gained centrality in the economic growth discourse. Several global conventions and agreements, Convention on Combating Desertification, the Paris Agreement, the Global Biodiversity Framework, and Agenda 2030 on SDGs aim to address the situation. Essentially, environmental restoration is the first challenge humanity must address before narrow window available for action shuts. This scenario centralizes your role as forest and environment warriors. In this regard, your training in the academy, your professional orientation, and your positive attributes will come to aid. Let me assure you that you are inheriting rich traditions, work ethos, and huge forest resource. Forest cover trends are uplooking, impact mitigation mechanisms are in place, and institutions, the Honorable Supreme Court of India, the NGT, are all supportive. Landmark judgments have established several environmental protection doctrines, the doctrine of public trust, polluter pays principle, and clean environment as a fundamental right to life. The law and policy provisions in the country are among the most advanced globally and conducive to forest and environmental protection. The 1.5 century long experience of scientific forest management enables you to develop strategies under a warming climate and thereby respond to the projections about high vulnerability of forests in several physiographic zones in the country. The attention of the government to enhance forests and natural environment is apparent in the initiatives like Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, environmentally positive action through Green Credits program, and to top it all, Mission Life as the way to lead life every day. The country needs future-ready professionals, and in this regard, the academies are orienting the inputs to impart role-based competencies among trainees. On your part, the effort to update knowledge and skill must continue. The aspirations of Viksit Bharat by 2047 demands your active role in strengthening and enhancing rural livelihoods and rural economy. You have an important role in achieving the targets set under the conventions on climate change, combating desertification, and biodiversity. Your action in the field to restore degraded lands through afforestation, soil moisture conservation, and other works will determine the overall environmental gains to society. Equipped that you are with the necessary knowledge, functional skills, and attitude to deliver, Convocation is the occasion to share advisories and philosophies that further guide the development of professionalism in work life and satisfaction in private life. This brings me to the chief guest of the occasion, Shri Siddhant Das, an illustrious and highly respected member of Indian Forest Service. After a successful career in the forest sector, he has shared in his typical sincerity and purposefulness his experience and outlook through the book By the Grace of God. Ladies and gentlemen, this philosophical treatise, By the Grace of God, is displayed in this convocation hall also. Its lessons are useful to anyone interested in forest sector, its functioning and the opportunities the sector provides. Shri Siddhant Das continues to wear hats of different shades in public life. He is chair of the Honorable Supreme Court of India mandated Central Empowered Committee, which assists the Honorable Court in forest and environment-related matters, and he is chair to the Real Estate Regulatory Authority of Odisha State. We consider it a privilege to receive him as chief guest of the convocation. We await his discourse on the outlook, approach, and philosophy that have guided him, which is a typical story of a forester. Dear officer trainees, I congratulate you again on your success, welcome you to the forest fraternity as its worthy members, and wish you the very best in your professional career and domestic life. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for kindling the passion in young forest officers for environmental conservation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been eagerly looking forward for hearing the address of our chief guest. The time has come. Sir, I humbly request you to kindly give your advice, directions, and blessings on this great occasion. May I now invite chief guest, Shri Siddhanta Das, IFS retired, former DGF and Chairman CEC, to deliver the convocation address.
Thank you, Dola. Good morning to you all. Dr. Jagmohan Sharma, Madam Joshi, Dola, Avarna, and my seniors, distinguished seniors sitting here, my colleagues, our young friends, IFS professionals and these CASFOS professionals, parents and distinguished guests from the media, people from the media. I'm honored to be a part of this function and address the convocation address. Actually, Dr. Sharma, initially I planned that I'll be talking on a professional subject. Actually, I had decided to talk on climate change and global warming. But Dr. Sharma said that it will be better that people are just passing out. They would need some words of encouragement and some inspirational speech. So you speak on the book which you have written. So thank you, Dr. Sharma. So I changed my idea. Then I'll be speaking my memoir, which I have written, which is not only forestry, but other things also. My personal life from childhood and my other assignments and everything, and how it has shaped my career. So Dr. Sharma said that since you have been successful in your career, why not share that with the professionals, particularly the young entrants to the service. What is success? The question that the people talk of success, what is success? Success is that you are at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. So, whenever you are going to the field and addressing different problems, something is faced you. So, you have to give a solution which is right for that occasion and right for the place. But when you are really very fortunate that you can very, very successful. Like I said, people say, why I have given the name by the grace of God. That's the thing. Because I feel that, as I say, people say that I have been very successful. I really feel that there is an unseen hand that has really been helping me, or I have been very fortunate, that I was in the right place at the right time for very crucial things. So that is why the name of the book is, I am saying my gratitude to the God with all humility, that everybody, all of us, when we join, we are of the same level and this thing. So some people get that chance, and I am lucky to have got that. That is why I have made his name by the grace of God. Today I will say this, and I share some episodes that I have written. There are total 52 chapters in the book which I have written. And today we will be talking on that, my speech, particularly for the young people, with due permission of my seniors here. That now that you have got all qualified, I congratulate all of you. All of you have qualified, all you have passed. I congratulate all of you on this occasion and in the beginning of your career. And I assure you, something very important is waiting for you. And IFS professionals, you will be also passing out shortly. 42 years back, when I joined this service, we were talking on forestry and very limited venue. Now the canvas has become very, very wide. Okay. So that is why your entry into the service at this juncture, when the world is struggling with the global warming and climate change, for me, I always say that climate change and global warming are the single most important topic of the day. From whatever be the saying, our very existence is at stake. And that is where your role will come. We didn't see 42 years back, we didn't say that in this very hall. When I was professional, we took our diploma from the then President Dr. Gyani Jail Singh. So it's very nostalgic. Okay. So now, when you have been training, in the 2 years rigorous training you have been showing, they have been focusing on honing your intellectual, the forestry skills. So what is important? It is basically the IQ. You all know what is an IQ. That is the intelligent quotient. What is an intelligent quotient? It's a measure of an individual's cognitive abilities, including logical reasoning, problem solving, and analytical skills. This is basically the things which an IQ, and therefore IQ is often used as a measure of intelligence in academic and professional settings. So you have proved that you have very good IQ. That's why you are passing out today with flying colors. Now the question is that all? Is IQ all? Is the intelligence or the forest knowledge all? I'll narrate 2 incidents from the book, then I'll come to the next question. When I joined as DFO in 1986 in Dhenkanal, there is a division in Odisha. So I was very young and everything. So I went on a first field visit. I was going to a range called Hindol Range. So before I started, my SCF told, said that please be careful, that you will meet a forest guard in the forest who can misbehave with you. So I was quite saying, why should somebody misbehave with me whom I don't even know? No, sir, he is a very bad fellow, he is a thing, and we are not able to, he should be dismissed. But we are not able to dismiss him, but he will come and misbehave with you. So I said, anyway, so I went there. I normally keep my cool, don't get agitated early. So I went in the forest, in the Kandhara Reserve Forest. I found that one person, very shabbily dressed, with put on no shoes, he had put on slippers, and came and just with a very contemptuously saluted me. Then one would feel very really provoked. Then I said, why are you dressed like this? Why can't you come properly dressed? Then his prompt answer was, why don't you place me under suspension? Well, why should I place you under suspension? I am talking to you for the first time. Why should I place you under suspension? No, please place me under suspension. I am getting 206 rupees as my salary. If you suspend me, I will get 103 rupees. You can't do more than that. And do you think I am meeting my ends meet with 206 rupees? I have my contacts, I am selling forests and making my money. So you do whatever you want. So I was really surprised why one would say like this. So then I came back and went to office and I called for his file. So our head clerk promptly put up his file and said that this chap I read through the file and he said, then he joined service somewhere in 1964. In those days, the basic pay was 203 rupees and then got one increment and it became 206. And then he suffered from cerebral malaria. There's a brain malaria, encephalitis, and was bedridden. And he couldn't join duties for about 3 months. Then when he came back to join, he was asked to produce a medical fitness certificate duly signed by an subdivisional medical officer. That's what the IQ says. So he said, so he couldn't, he said that I was being treated by my village Vaid, so I don't have a medical certificate. So he produced a certificate from the village Vaid. But the office promptly replied back, no, you have to find not below the rank of an SDMO. So he kept on writing and successive DFOs kept on writing to produce that blessed medical certificate. So after about 6-7 years, he gave up. So he became a rebel and said, okay, I don't. And because he didn't get this medical certificate, he didn't get any further increment. There have been 2 pay revisions. His pay was not fixed in the pay revision, and he continued at 206. So then I asked the office what to do. Sir, let's write to him to produce that certificate. How can he produce a certificate after 20 years? And what is the purpose? Then I said, what do? I was very young and I was inexperienced. Sir, that is what the rule says. Okay, suppose I overlook that. What will happen? And then nobody was clueless what to do. So I decided, no, whatever, let come, what may come. So I decided, no, I'll do everything. So I regularized all his services, got his increment. He got a very handsome arrears from 64 to 86. And then I looked for other files. Then I found 50% of my field staff, forest guards and foresters, their pay has been held up or something. Then I said that my first job, what I did in Dhenkanal, was to regularize the services of all my field staff. So then the person who misbehaved with me, he came very sheepishly with me, to me, and says that profusely said, sorry that I did this, this was happening, and I never thought that it can happen. But the matter is such. And since I also solved the problem of 50% of the field foresters, I got tremendous cooperation. So although in those days Dhenkanal was considered to be a very difficult division, I stayed there very peacefully for more than 3 years. So this is what to say. Then the same example from the same division I will tell you. One day one person came to me and said that, sir, I want to cut 6 trees in my 6 stick trees in my backyard, and forest people are not allowing. Then I said, why not allowing? Then I called friend, what's the thing? Sir, when somebody has to cut a forestry species, he has to, there is a procedure letter, it's called that recorded holding. So a Tahsildar will go, he will certify that it is in his private land. A forest ranger officer will go and he will say that it is not from the forest, and then there will be a hammer will be made, so many things. There's a lot of procedure, which becomes very difficult for a common person. But then he came to me, he said, see, I am a teacher. My father was also a teacher. These 6 trees were planted by my father long back. Now these are mature and I want to get my daughter married, and your people are not harassing me. So I decided to go to the village where you are saying. I found that's the thing. Then I said that. Then one of my seniors, they said, don't touch this recorded holding. Vigilance will be after you. But I somehow felt that it is very injustice to the person who will be doing. Now if you see, if you allow your IQ alone, you would have done what everybody has been doing, both to the forest guard and to these private persons. So therefore, you have to go to something which is called the emotional quotient. IQ is actually a subset of emotional quotients. So what's an emotional quotient? It's a measure of an individual's emotional intelligence, which includes their ability to manage their own emotions and the emotions of others. So we have to think yourself from the other's point of view. Who are with you? We are colleagues, your subordinates, your everything. So you have to, this is something which is not taught in the academy. So which you have to, when you go to the field, this handling or honing your emotional quotient will get you to that. Okay. Next comes, I will tell you some very interesting thing after this. When I joined this service, I am from physics background. I joined at a very early age and I had absolutely no knowledge what forestry is. So I didn't know that, I didn't even know that the trees have a botanical name. So I joined here in May 1982 and promptly we were taken to the Chakrata Hills for our hill tour. Dr. B.N. Gupta, he was a former DG ICFREL, he was our accompanying faculty. So he was taking us along, he's a very jovial person, this thing. Then he showed a tree, this is Pinus ruxburghi. So I said, okay, this is Pinus ruxburghi. So I started reading. Then after some time, I thought that he's referring to another tree. This is Pinus wallichiana. Then I was totally confused. Now he was selling Pinus ruxburghi. In 5 minutes, it has become Pinus wallichiana. So because I could hardly distinguish. Then he showed me that this has 3 needles, this has 5 needles. Then I thought that this is not my cup of tea. I can never be a forester because in the first, then he could perhaps read something on my face and he said, mathematics background? Yes, sir. Don't worry. I'll tell you name of 10 trees 10 times. You remember one, that is more than sufficient. So that gave me a lot of confidence. Yes, perhaps I can do. So I can at least remember Pinus ruxburghi. I can now tell you, I can recognize Pinus ruxburghi. But that is not my forte, I know. But this small gesture of Dr. Gupta actually says, I have never appeared in any other exam. This is the only exam in life given. So I decided, okay, I think perhaps I can stay in the service if I have to do that. This is one thing there. Then when I went to the state, my DFO, Mr. Saroj Patnaik, he started asking this, that. Then he said, Kaji, you know nothing, I see, from forestry. How to think? Again, I am confronted with him, I don't know anything. Then he is also, no, don't bother. There are many things which you learn in the field. You have learned all silviculture management in the field. So he gave me the reference of a forest guard. You be friend, you talk to him, or give up all your inhibitions. He will tell you many things which no textbook will teach you. So I went with the guard and he would tell me how to do this. A lot of learning. And in fact, I tell you, he became my guru. And that is where things started. So I will give you another thing. It's a very hilarious example, but had nothing to do with forestry. I am saying with a context is that when you go to in government, when you are working, you will be facing something called a tendering process, that you select for the process of tender. That who gives the lowest tender, you select him. And sirs, particularly, we go by that. And since the lowest tender, what a common man is thinking, I'll tell you that. So it was around, I think, 2006 or so. I have a habit, I belong to a place called Cuttack. So whenever I'm free, I move around in the city like childhood days and go to the pawn shops and roadside tea stall. There you have a lot of discussions. So one day at that time, Saddam Hussein was captured by the American forces, and people are all hotly debating what will happen. So there was a roadside tea stall discussion going on about Saddam Hussein, what will happen to Saddam Hussein. And then the panwala, his name is Sadia, he must be some Sadiq or something, but we call him Sadia. So he was listening. Then he is a typical Katki. Katki, they have a feeling that everything can be set in fun. They can't be serious about anything. Then he suddenly said, what Saddam Hussein you are saying? There is nothing called Saddam Hussein. His name is Suddam Sahu, he is from Cuttack. So everybody stopped looking and said, you don't know, he is Suddam Sahu, he is from Cuttack. He was a contractor here. And he was a special class contractor, and he thought that he was to better business, he went to that country, what you are saying. He was not even knowing what is Iraq. So he went there, and then he started doing business, and he became did very good business there. And once Biju Babu went to that country, and because he was in that Muslim country, he changed his name from Sudam Sahu to Saddam Hussein. So Biju Patnaik went, and Cuttack people believed that Biju Patnaik could do anything. So Biju Patnaik made him the president of Iraq. So everybody started laughing. How can Biju Patnaik make somebody president? No, you don't know. Biju Patnaik can't do anything. But the point was that, so Biju Patnaik made him the president of Iraq. So he was handling things very well because he was very brilliant and all this thing. But his mindset as a contractor never left him. So everything he was purchasing in L1. So he purchased all this armory, bombs and all that through the L1 contractor. So when these Americans invaded, because they are L1 procured materials, they didn't fire. So he lost in the war. And this, otherwise George Bush could have never captured him. So what he was trying to comment was on the criticizing the government policy of L1. You think of an illiterate person who is a tea shop owner telling others that the L1 system has such these things. So actually, I was also saying, then I was amused by these things. But that came to me, that is, why should we go to L1? Then this World Bank people came, then they were always insisting that there should be a quality and cost-based selection. A cost should not be alone the criteria. Okay. So why I said these things, these three examples I talked of, Dr. B.N. Gupta, the forest guard, and this tea-wala, is that they are the ones who are surrounding you. Your colleagues, your friends, even your opponents, your rivals, your this thing. So they will tell about this thing, including this panwalas and all those things. But what we do as officers, we cut off our feedback channels. We think that we know everything. So if you keep feedback channels open, then you will realize these things. So you get the best advices from the most unexpected source. So there comes the social quotient. Social quotient is a measure of an individual's social intelligence, including their ability to build and maintain relationship with others. So when you go to the field, it is not IQ alone. IQ is a subset of EQ, I said. And EQ is a subset of SQ, that's social quotient. That how you react with others, how to interact with others, your relationship with your colleagues, your subordinates, this thing. So here, my interaction with Dr. Gupta or my interaction with the forest guard or even the tea-wala has helped me do many things in life because I got this, I tried to improve on my social quotient. After that, if you see, there are certain things that IQ, EQ, and SQ. There is one thing, I'll give you an example first, then we will talk that. One is that there was a person from the IIT, I think from Kanpur, I guess. So he had a brilliant career. As many IITians from Kanpur, they go to abroad, they went to USA, settled there, married, got a very good job, had 2 children. But during the corona, he was stressed. He lost his job and he committed suicide. So what is thing? So there comes the adversity quotient. You may be most brilliant officer, most brilliant person, you have a very strong IQ, strong EQ, strong SQ, but it may so happen that you are not able to handle adverse situation. And I assure you, you are going to the field, you will be facing adverse situation again and again, time and again. And how you handle the adverse situation will shape you as an officer. So there comes the adversity question. So in my book also I have written about all these things I am referring from the book. I have written about my family life. There has been certain very serious adverse situations which threatened that I should have gone on leave and something like that. But how you handle that? That's the adversity question. Next come, above all these things, there is something called, which I believe, this is called the spiritual quotient. Spiritual quotient encompasses everything which I talked about. Spiritual quotient is a measure that looks at the person's spiritual acumen. I am not talking of any religion. Absolutely, be very clear. I am not talking of religion. I am talking of something which is beyond that. I'll now talk in the management language. I'll take two things. Most of you must be knowing about the Johari window. There is a management that teach you a Johari window, and also and since you are all science students, I'll talk about the number system. Okay. So what's in the number system? We have numbers, whole numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, these are your whole numbers. Then we have fractions, 2 by 3, 1 by 2, these are all fractions. Then another set of numbers which is called the irrational numbers. Those numbers which are not whole numbers cannot be expressed as a fraction like square root of 2, pi. They cannot be expressed neither as a number, whole number, or as a fraction. So those are irrational numbers. And there is one fourth set of numbers which are imaginary numbers, but they exist. Square root of -1, the small I, that's an imaginary number. So if you compare that with the Johari window says, that is Professor Joe and Professor Harry, they have invented this concept, that's called the Johari window. So there are, for every person, every individual has different traits. So those traits of a person, which is known to himself and to others, that's an open book. There are many things that you are a very short-tempered member. You know that you are short-tempered, the others also know that you are short-tempered. So there are various traits. Some will know that you know that you are very strong in mathematics, others also know that. So those traits which are in this category, so they come to the quadrant 1, that which is known to you and known to others. That is I compare that as the whole number. Then there are certain things which you know that you have, but others don't know. That is something that I know that I am brilliant in this thing. I know I can be a good thing, but others don't know. So those I compare in the Johari's window as the fraction. So those are the fractions. Then the third quadrant is the one where there are certain traits which others know that you have, but you don't know. You are not aware. That's very irrational of you, that others know that you have these qualities, but you are not aware of it. So those I put in the third quadrant of the Johari window, and there I said those are the irrationality. And the fourth quadrant which is there in the graph, that is those traits which neither you know about that you are having, nor others know about it. There is a dark zone. So that is the Johari windows, the fourth quadrant, the dark zone. So what are these? So when we are talking, when you are in life, you will also be doing that. I expect that you do that. You first see what are your things which everybody knows you know, just like an open book. You don't have to, you can't do anything about it. But you can't go very far with that. You will be only like that, this for forest guards pension pay cannot be given because the rule says so. Okay. So then you go to the second quadrant. Second quadrant is the one where you have the fractions. You know that you have it. So you convert those fractions to the next higher number. So you improve, so let others know and show others, surprise others that this is something which I have, which you perhaps didn't know. So this is the second one. That's the control is in your hands. Then the third quadrant, the irrational quadrants. Others know about you, you don't know. I'll give an example again from the book. I'll say, when I was a faculty member here in the Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy for 5 years, from 93 April to 98 April, and all my professionals starting from Director General ICFRE to anybody from 91 to 97 are been my professor Santosh, by my professionals in those days. I was quite good with the professionals of managing. So there was a debate competition. In those days, I always thought that I am not good in debate, but one faculty member has to participate. So there was a professor in those days, you all know him, because every year you observe his anniversary, death anniversary, Mr. Sanjay Singh. He was a professor. So we participated, there was a debate competition was held. So I was virtually forced to participate in the debate competition from the faculty's side. But somehow Sanjay became first and I was the second. and there is one Akasdeep Barua, Assam, Tamil Nadu cadre, Assamese boy from Tamil Nadu cadre. He was the third. So I was quite impressed. I'm impressed with myself that I could give a debate and could come second, and that too from an IITian Sanjay Singh, who is he is in a national level debates he used to participate. So I was quite happy. Then Sanjay became very close to me. Then he started telling me, and many probationers of those days, they told me, sir, your strength lies in your articulation and your presentation. Then I said, no, I am not interested. Actually, I have been only two interests in my life from my childhood that I have always on after sports and games. I can tell you from 1969 till that time, any sporting event, whether it is cricket, football, hockey, badminton, lawn tennis, athletics, Olympics, I was following very precisely. The other thing was film music. I was following all the film music, and I didn't want to go beyond that. And I always said, and I was good in studies, so I will just do the work and satisfied in this thing. But Sanjay told me, no sir, your strength actually lies in articulation and presentation. He said, I used to spend a lot of time with the professor, so he convinced me that you can. And that actually changed my life. In sometime in 94, I started doing that, and that made me more and more happy that I am so good in articulation. I started patting my back. So this is where I got into this thing that I got the irrational numbers, that quadrant of irrational number I explored. But what really made me think is that the dark quadrant, the things which you know, which you don't know, nobody else knows. Completely an alien field. Actually, in my life, there are two things, as I said, my most satisfying period was the faculty in the IGNFA, and also this most productive and the best thing that I have contributed was my role in the Disaster Management Authority. The state disaster. In 1999, there was a super cyclone that was hit by Orissa, and there was a disaster of no precedence. What do nobody know? So the World Bank insisted that we must have the Disaster Management Authority. Till that time, it was only the thing which we are talking was only of relief. So there was a paradigm shift in disaster management from relief, restoration, rehabilitation to planning, preparedness, and prevention. So in those days, I was a general manager in the Forest Corporation. So I offered. Nobody was willing to join that new organization. What is that? So for the first of its kind, OSDMA, Odisha State Disaster Management Authority, was the first of its kind created in the country. And I volunteered to join that. Chief Secretary was offering to who will join. So Mr. S.B. Misra was the Chief Minister, Chief Secretary. I told that I will join. In the meantime, I was working, so he said, very good. So I became the first person to join the Disaster Management Authority Odisha as the Executive Director. Others were, I was the first full-time person. Then that gave me an opportunity for me to write. In fact, you know, Odisha's disaster management policy is now acclaimed world over. United Nations had given us the best thing. This gives me tremendous satisfaction that the one for which the whole state is getting so much of accolades, that plan, that disaster management policy of the state, I drafted that. That gives a huge satisfaction. That's it. This is where you get into the thing that you can complete. I jumped into the dark zone and things opened up. Once you get into the dark zone, some light will guide you. So I suggest that you are in the young people, when you are going there, don't hesitate to get into untested waters. There is always a thrill, and there is every possibility that you will go to higher level. So we are now talking about NDRF. ODRAF, that's Odisha Disaster Rapid Action Force, was initially, I first prepared, I suggested that. Then the government said that, okay, we'll make a battalion of Odisha disaster. On normal times, they will be doing the policing job. During the time of disaster, they will be then I said, that let us have only dedicated to disaster management. They will be all the time doing this disaster rescue relief exercises. So now you have all the states have their Disaster Rapid Action Force and the NDRF, National Disaster Rapid Action, all started after that. Now all the states have disaster management authorities. So this is one of my most satisfying jobs. So I encourage you to do that. Then I told you, I'll conclude this thing, and the thing that how it has continued. I told you my interest has been only in sports and music. As a child, I was very much, I used to listen to the lyrics, although I'm not a Hindi-speaking person, but I enjoyed. And one of the songs which has really influenced me as a child was a song from the film Hum Dono, written by Sahir Ludhianvi. It's a music by Jaydev. मैं जिंदगी के साथ निभाता चला गया, हर फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया. So I'll say that. So this, how will that? I will. There are 3 stanzas in that. I'll say these 3 stanzas of that. First stanza says, बर्बादियों का शोक मनाना फजूल था, बर्बादियां का जश्न मनाता चला गया. So this I have done. Not that I have failed. I have failed many times. Many occasions I have failed. But I have always been, okay, हो गया सो हो गया. So बर्बादियों का जश्न मनाना. To celebrate your failures is also one thing that should do. That in the film Devanand said, बर्बादियों का जश्न मनाओ. Celebrate your failures. All of you will fail somewhere or other. But celebrating the failures is also something good. Then the second stanza it said, जो मिल गया उसी को मुकद्दर समझ लिया, जो खो गया उसको मैं भुलाता चला गया. Think of the blessings that you get. Only think of what you have got. Don't cry over spilled milk. You will lose many things in life. But what you get, think it as a grace of God. And that is the grace of God that you will get. जो मिल गया उसे मुकद्दर समझ लिया, जो खो गया उसे भुलाता चला गया. Third stanza, which I wish I could do. So far I have not done. I desire that someday I will do that. The third stanza said, गम और खुशी में फ़र्क ना महसूस हो जहाँ, मैं दिल को उस मकान पे लेकर चला गया. That means will take us to become so dispassionate that in your job you have to supposed to be dispassionate. So you say you do your job. कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. You do your job. But से गम हो सकता है, खुशी भी हो सकता है. गम और खुशी का फर्क ना महसूस हो जहाँ, निर्वाण. गम और खुशी का फर्क ना महसूस हो जहाँ, मैं दिल को उस मुकाम पे लेकर चला गया. Maybe someday I'll do, but I hope you will do it earlier. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words of encouragement and inspiration, which will go a long way in motivating the officers and molding their personalities in a desired way with the required intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, social quotient, adversity quotient, and spiritual quotient. Thank you, sir. Moving ahead, I now request Director IGNFA Dr. Jagmohan Sharma to present a token of gratitude to the chief guest. The present is a gone painting which shows the interrelationship and coexistence of forest and people. I now request Srimati Meenakshi Joshi, Principal, CASFOS Dehradun, to present a convocation memento to the chief guest. Thank you, sirs and ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the conclusion of the convocation ceremony. As course director of 36th SFS batch, I am highly honored to present the formal vote of thanks on this ceremonial occasion. I thank our chief guest, Shri Siddhanta Das, IFS retired, former DGF and Chairman CEC, for having accepted our invite and graced the occasion. I thank Director IGNFA, Dr. Jagmohan Sharma, IFS, for his continuous, unwavering support and guidance in conducting the program. I thank Director FRI, Ma'am Renu Singh, IFS, for her meticulous support and facilitation in conducting the program. I thank DG ICFRE, Ma'am Kanchan Devi IFS, for her moral support and guidance. I thank all the heads of institutions at Dehradun for their kind cooperation and support. I thank all the retired forest officers, serving forest officers, faculty members, scientists, and staff who were kind enough to support and conduct the program. I thank Director DFE for the never-ending guidance and motivation. I thank Principal CASFOS, faculty members, staff of DFE and CASFOS for the cooperation and support in conducting the convocation program. I thank all guests, family members who made the ceremony very special by their presence. I congratulate and thank SFS 2022-24 and 23-25 batch for their enthusiastic participation and support in conducting the convocation program successfully. I thank one and all for making the function a grand success. May I now again request the gathering to raise for the national anthem. मैं सभा से अनुरोध करती हूँ वह राष्ट्रगान के लिए खड़े हो जाएं। Kindly take your seats. With the permission of Chief Guest, I declare the ceremony has come to an end. I now request the Chief Guest and all distinguished guests to join us for tea and refreshments. I request the gathering to remain seated till our Chief Guest exits the convocation hall. Thank you everyone for being with us on this auspicious day of the Academy. Thank you one and all. Escort officers of 37th SFS batch to escort the guests.